So the question is Dhyan Yoga for everybody? Stephen Hawking's statement came to my mind as I was preparing for this post. He once said, "We are each free to believe what we want. The simplest explanation is there is no God." That's what he said. He said, whatever you believe, it's okay, but there is no God. It intrigues you because he's a deep thinker. I'm a big fan of his lectures. I kept thinking about it quite a bit. I still think about it. Why would he say that? Because I think that there has to be something beyond. Why is that? Science confronts 4 of the fundamental questions about the universe or the creation, but not an important one, which is the 5th one. What are the 4 that it confronts? What created the universe? You need a little bit of understanding of the black hole and all, and things like that, singularity and all that. But they answer it. How was it created? Big Bang. Where was it created? Don't need to answer the question because before the universe manifested, there was no space. So where is an irrelevant question. Same as when. Because time also came into being only after the universe was created. So that's how science approaches that. But I believe the question of why, the 5th one, that needs to be answered first before we can even consider answering all of the other ones. We do not have the capacity to think about it. However, the Sanatana Dharma, the Hindu philosophy, if you remove the rituals and the idol worship, it is founded on science that is very similar to the current science, but it also confronts the question of why, and I think the answer it gives you, that we find in the Vedas, Upanishads and the Bhagavad Gita, is that cannot be answered externally, from external knowledge. Infinite amount of external knowledge will not give you the answer to that. The only way you can find the answer is by looking inward. So Dhyan Yoga, is it for me? Can I look inward and get that answer? Who am I is the question, right? Bhagavad Gita suggests in the next 2 verses that it's not quite possible for everyone. From the point of view of souls, your soul has to be purified through many refinements. So every life you need to be on that quest for that knowledge of who am I. Over time, you might find the answer. Over many iterations, you might find the answer. So it's not for everybody. That's the next two verses. Dhyan Yoga, you have to be lucky that you're pure already, and this is the birth in which you're going to find the answer. Okay? So I would rather use the other yogas, karma yoga, or whatever service that I can do. I know I can, I'm capable of achieving that peace of mind through. And that's the only thing that I should pursue. And as an aside, the science, once again, going back to it, there are lots of similarities between what we are currently establishing through experiments and our Vedas and the Upanishads. Current physics is based on eternity, space, matter, and energy. Although Einstein's equation of E equals mc squared makes matter and energy sort of relate to each other. So there are essentially two, either energy and space or matter and space, because the matter and energy are interrelated. So it's a duality, and it's a similar thing to our fundamentals where we believe in Shakti and Shiva. Shiva is space, Shakti is energy. So, and that's just an example of many other things if you go deeper into the Vedas and the Upanishads that are in the form of slokas and some myth, but they are essentially explaining science, and we have not gone deeper into it enough to understand the fundamentals on which they are founded on. The Dalai Lama said, any religion that is based on knowledge is superior than the one that is just based on faith alone. So, of course, we must not just rely on faith alone. We must seek knowledge. But the external knowledge is infinite, and that achieving all of it is almost impossible for a normal human being. The knowledge that one can achieve completely is about self. Who am I?